They built a solution to increase the flight time of drones in the defense industry, and they were able to fly for 16 hours undetected. So let's hear it from Gabriele. It's a pleasure to having you here.
Thank you for
Tell me
having me.
more. What have you built?
So it took us 10 years to reach this result, and we were able to build something that is usually used on much bigger airplanes, pseudo-satellites, sometimes like the NASA Pathfinder, that are usually many meters wide. And we managed to squeeze down this technology in something small, in something quiet, in something easy to use for many people. And yes, this is a drone that is only 5 feet, but able to fly for 16 hours.
Wow, how do you do it? What's the competition? Like, why other people are not doing it?
So usually when you need a drone, of course, to fly for so long, of course you don't consider multicopters, you consider a fixed wing like this. So imagine there are other 2 wings here to make it a bit wider. And the fastest thing to do is to put a petrol engine in it, which is very loud.
Yeah, for defense, not the best.
No, because every time you switch it on, everybody can hear it. And so when they hear it, they switch on jammers and counter UAS, and you're not going anywhere. Other solution is, until now, to use solar panels, yes, but the drones are huge. So you need an airport to launch it. You need a car to start it. And anyway, if it's big, again, you can see it. So again, they switch on the jammers.
And it's easy to get detected.
Yeah. And something small, easy to carry, but still quiet, made of materials that maybe are not very visible to radars. That was something difficult to achieve. And
so you built this smaller than on the solar panel supported drones. Is that the wrong word?
That is the novelty, because other drones of this size exist. They are available on the market.
But they are battery
They're running
operated.
on batteries, and so they last 90 minutes in the best case. And they use a lot of power, because it took us a long time to optimize our powertrain. So even if we remove the solar panels, we fly at night. We still do more than 2 hours, almost 3 actually.
So way more than the competition.
Yeah, even without considering the solar panel. Solar panels here are structural, because they give us the stiffness to keep the wings straight. But they're producing energy during the day, which gives us this added value of reaching.
And this is extremely light.
Yeah, the whole drone is
the heaviest part is
the engine.
Yeah, the engine in the front. And also, tell me about the material. Like, you almost folded earlier. I was like,
because we understood how our clients are using the drone, so they don't usually have the time to open the luggage, to take it out and wait, actually when they're landing is the worst case scenario, so they have to pack up quite fast. So we made them materials that is quite resistant. You see how I bend the edges. It will be impossible with the carbon fiber, and the fuselage itself is able to compress and come back to the original shape. So when they're landing, they don't break it anymore. Also, the spinner is a spinner that is made that, in case of impact with an object, is absorbing a lot of the
energy,
the impact and the energy, and so it doesn't damage the drone and the object.
Tell me about the test that you ran recently in Estonia. That was interesting.
It was very interesting. So we got invited there by our special forces, and we were acting as a red team, which is the enemy. And so we were supposed to just try to enter the blue area, try to find them, because they were going to use jammers for GPS, jammers for the communications. They were supposed to have even rifles to shoot at the drones. In the end, they didn't. But not only went in and out unaffected.
In the area.
In the blue area, we found the blue team. We got their coordinates. They were not able to stop us. And we get a video of them, and they don't have actually proof except one picture that says bird, because they have some AI cameras that were not able to recognize us at the drone. So if they didn't know we were actually there at an exercise, they would have been discarded as a false positive.
So did they try to stop you with all the things that they had, and you were able to not only go in the area, were able to spot the team, spot the coordinates, and send the coordinates back. And not even get detected by them, so you were able to like not spark like a
Yeah,
counterattack or like
which is
some kind of
which is the
process.
philosophy behind this drone. So if you have a normal drone, you start with drone, and then maybe they use GPS jammers. Then you put a jammer that is anti-jammer, GPS that is anti-jammer, and they use a jammer for the controls.
Okay.
Then you use optic fiber, and then they start using microwaves. Then you go under the microwaves and they use laser, and it's never ending this escalation of US and counter US. But we think if you are undetected from the start,
Yeah.
because you're extremely quiet, 40 watts of power, like a table fan.
Yeah.
You cannot hear a table fan 20 feet away.
No.
And
Small.
if you're small, maybe, okay, gray is a classic color for drones, but when you're against the sky, it's not a color that you can see so well.
And can also be painted differently potentially.
Yeah. Transparent, maybe.
Yeah.
Next one, transparent. And when you roughly look like a bird, or maybe also the pilot tries to swear left and right or goes in circle like an eagle, people are not aware.
Yeah.
Instead, what they actually do now, we learn from Ukraine, when they hear the classic quadcopter noise, they switch on the GPS jammers, and that is already quite disturbing. There are mitigations for it, but...
yeah, but also they have to be prepared and be aware that there is this in the air before like acting, or like the potential. Talking about birds, these noise are birds. So you can fly for 16 hours. What about the distance?
So the distance is related to the kind of radio we employ on board. We try to make a platform. So we are good at making platform. The subsystems inside, like the autopilot is ours. It's inside here and extremely light. But the air unit we can choose according to the client needs.
Okay.
So sometimes we use European-made air units. Sometimes we use American. Sometimes we use even Asians one if the clients
requires them. Yeah.
To save some money, and the range goes from 10 kilometers to 30 kilometers without a problem, which in miles would be from 7-8 miles to 20 miles easy.
Yeah. So this is actually because of the timing, like flying 30 kilometers with like 90 minutes of battery time. You probably cannot. You arrive there. You use most of the battery to arrive at the location.
Yeah, this is what happens with the usual quadcopter. So you just reach your
location.
Where you have to do the operation, and it's already time to come back.
Yeah,
if you're lucky.
Well, with this one, you can actually use them from distance, arrive at 20 kilometers away, and then still have a lot of time to actually act and complete the operation and avoid potential problems, because I imagine that the time also reduce the amount of stress or the amount of like speed, and you can behave differently.
Yeah, for example, something that they can do is to just park it in the sky. There's a button, it's called loiter, which just means go in circle.
Yeah.
Because it cannot stop like a
normal
helicopter.
Like a quadcopter.
And it can go in circles for hours, and in the meanwhile you are able to do something else without being anxious of what is going on with the drone. Or other things that we can do with something like this is like we can take the radio out of the equation. It means you have to program it quite well. There will be a set of extra sensors just for safety. You can program it to go 200-300 kilometers outside of your area, do a recognition, take pictures, take videos, and come back completely detected. Which doesn't mean you're gonna know what's happening to the drone, so it's a bit risky, definitely not for civilians. Yeah. But there are no other products able to do that.
Wow.
I mean, you need to involve something huge, like a predator.
Within this size and this quiet, like
something worth millions of dollars, and this is able to do it with like 1,000 of the price.
Yeah. And what about the payload? Like, what can you carry? Like sensor, cameras, what else? Yeah,
also that. So here, this one, we made a bay for a camera. This will be a 40-pair zoom camera with infrared and electro-optic sensor. But you see, in a bay like this, and we can modify it according to the needs, we can put anything else. So we have some that can carry 24 megapixel cameras for mapping. We have some that can carry a Wi-Fi repeater. It's not really a Wi-Fi. So, for example, multicopters, FPV multicopters.
Yeah.
To be undetected, you should be quite low on the ground,
Yeah.
which means you have a very poor range. Because as soon as you go past a hill,
Yeah.
past a set of trees, you're out of the radio range. If you have a guardian in the sky that can relay your signals, you can go much further. Of course, then somebody can get those signals, can detect those signals.
But that's an extra
another
problem.
But still, you will increase your range while staying low.
Yeah.
It's also very good for personnel like firefighters. When they're managing a fire on a hill, and the firefighters that goes behind the hill don't have a signal anymore. They cannot relay their radios. There can be a guardian in the sky, which will fix the mesh and become a node and help the mesh to be more stable. That is something that we are already doing.
So this is a technology that has multiple usage. And right now you're focusing on the defense, but that's not the only market that you could tackle.
No, in fact, we even for us it's difficult to comprehend of the use case scenarios that this product can do, because it didn't exist something like this until now. So it's only up to people to find out.
To find what they need and also...
The last one we found is that this particular shape with the wings is scary for most birds. It doesn't scare the ground wildlife like cows and sheep in the mountain. Like sometimes in the Alps, at least they jump down from the mountain because they are scared by the tourist drones. But it's extremely scary for birds, and so we're gonna use it in the airports to do bird control, to send away seagulls, pigeons from the runways.
Wow.
And it's a more sustainable business than using the birds of prey, because not many people know that, they work. They would prefer to not be a work animal, but they get tired extremely fast. And so to use a drone in their place, we are taking their job, but I'm sure they don't mind.
So last question, you're here in San Francisco, we met here. We met multiple times, this is not the first time we meet. So why are you here? What are you looking for? How can we help you?
We are trying to raise a seed round to help us expand the production and sales capacity here in the United States, which is probably one of the biggest market for this kind of devices. We have a version for to monitor wildfires, and that will be a great place where to
deploy this.
Or even we are looking for partners, really. Like a product like this is not yet known in the States because we are still a small company. We are not spending much in advertisement. We are doing demos, at least in Italy, in Europe, but in the States we haven't started that. So if we can partner with a bigger company that would like to use our product, we can even white label it. It's absolutely not a problem. We would like to make a difference.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you.